Okay, here we are again, friends. Going on another adventure. This time here we are at Bear Gulch Campgrounds up in the South Hills of Idaho. And we brought Leviathan just to make sure coyotes and mountain lions and stuff can't get at Coop. And this is our campsite. So what do you say we get it all set up? Okay, so we got plenty of wood cut for tonight and tomorrow morning. Got the camp all set up. Took a break, had some lunch, had a smoke. What do you say we go on a small tour of the campsite, and a little bit later on we'll take a tour around the campground. There still are a lot of people here, which I'm not a big fan of, but it is Memorial Day weekend, so there's been a lot of people pulling out, which is good. There's still a couple kids running around on quads and dirt bikes and side-by-sides and sitting with their families screaming at each other. Hopefully that'll die down to either before nightfall or completely gone by nightfall. So let's go take a walk around the camp. Alright, here's all the wood we cut up. We got the kindling, medium size. We got all our bigger stuff right here. Off into the woods this way. And of course, because it is a public campground, we got the road sitting right there. We got Leviathan. Couple picnic tables. There's a big fire pit for later. Got our hammock set up over here in the shade under a bunch of trees. I just find it astonishing how much disrespect people have for nature. Carving their names and stuff into live trees. Trying to cut live trees down for firewood when there's plenty of dead. Just drives me crazy. We got this little walk path back here. Here's where you can set up a tent if you want. We got a bunch of piles of dead trees back here that we can use for firewood. Where they trimmed the pine trees down and other wood that's fallen. I did get lucky though. There is nobody in the campsite right over there. But there are people in the campsite over there. And that's one where the kids are out playing and yelling. But it kind of looks like they might be packing up. Or they went on an adventure or something. And we got this, whatever this is. Directly across. And there's a look back at our campsite. I would have done it as a tent camp, but there are coyotes and mountain lions and stuff out here that I'm quite sure would love to have Cooper for an appetizer. It is only noon, so I think we may just sit and relax for a little bit and then maybe go explore. We got plenty of time. We're going to be here tonight, tomorrow night, and I don't know when we're going to take off on Wednesday, so that's it for now. Talk to you guys in a bit. Things have taken a little bit of a change. Went from sunny and hot to threatening to rain and thunder in the background. That's okay. I've got Leviathan. Even if it rains, it'll be aight. Plus I brought a camp stove, so I don't have to worry about building a fire. I still haven't managed to test Leviathan's propane system yet, so I don't want to just hook up a tank and off I go. So, but it's still really nice out. Not too hot, not too cold. I don't know if you can hear that thunder in the background or not, but maybe I'll get lucky and be able to fall asleep to the sounds of a thunderstorm. But with it threatening to rain, we're not going to take a walk around the campground. Just in case, because this camera isn't very battery proof. So, let's try that again. This camera isn't very waterproof. But now that the screaming kids are gone, it's quite peaceful and serene out here. And there's our little star of the show, Cooper the Poopers. What? Oh my God. What? What? Really? Are you sure? And poof, just like true Idaho form, the threat of rain is over. No more thunderstorms, or thunder I should say. And the sun's even trying to peek out again. So let's go ahead and explore this campground. What do you say? Well, we almost forgot our walking stick. This here walking stick was one of the best purchases I've ever made. This is a survival walking stick. Got it on Amazon for, I think it was like 30 bucks. I'll insert pictures showing it, well, like it is, and then deconstructed, showing all the survival tools that are in it, in its current configuration. But for now, let's just go on a walk. Well, looking at this, looks like them kids may be back, because that's their tent right there. God, I hope not. Because it is so calm, peaceful, and serene without them here screaming and yelling. Got some nice little hills in the background. Take a little 360 here. Got some hills back there. Over there. Really don't know too much about the campground. Been here a couple times just driving through. Never actually stayed. Got some wild animal holes. Not entirely sure what kind. But it is a gorgeous campground. We'll go ahead and let you guys go for a minute till we get around to some more actual campsites. Okay, so here's another campsite. Looks like if I want to, there's some wood right there I can pillage. And again, 2 picnic tables. Not covered, of course. That's alright. Get another one over here. Nice little island right here with one solitary pine tree. Coop's lagging a little behind. This one's a little more open. That's why I really didn't want this one. Plus it's super close to where them kids were. Or quite possibly are. And you get the public toilet, thankfully. Because I forgot garbage bags for my toilet bucket. Because the Leviathan does not have a holding tank or running water. Here's another little campsite. No tables. And if you look way in the distance over there, you can see Leviathan. It's a nice little beautiful campground though. I'm thinking these people are going to be back with their kids. They may have just gone out on an adventure. And of course, Cooper's got to go investigate it because they had 3 dogs out here. Alright. Come on. Here we have another campsite. Also with a bunch of wood that I can pillage if I need to. I don't think I'm going to have to. There's a lot of wood over by our campsite. Right here, Coop. Right here. Coop. There's another dog at this campsite, so I want him kind of close. Well, I think the kids are back. Right here. There's how you get in and out. There are a few campsites that way, but they were all full when I got here. Cooper already knows where he's going. Here's a campsite right next to mine. Also very, very open. But I guess if I really wanted to, could put Leviathan in four-wheel drive and go all the way back there where that down tree is. And there she is again. Our campsite. Still haven't completely figured out what that's supposed to be. Turns out the kids didn't come back. They just came back and took down their tent and cleaned up their campsite, so it's still nice, calm, peaceful, and serene. Maybe a horse tie down or something? And that right there is a reason I cannot stand public campgrounds. Got rid of the screaming kids, and now we've got blaring music. completely defeats the purpose of going out into nature and camping. And so ends day one of camping at Bear Gulch. Went pretty decently, with the exception of when I first got here, the kids screaming. And then later on, the yahoos blaring their music out of their side-by-sides, but they left. So now we are just sitting here beside our beautiful campfire. Nice and warm and toasty. So I guess unless anything else happens, we'll see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning, friends. Here we are again. Day 2. Starting out to be a pretty good day. Kind of had a rough night last night. Been having this problem with my coughing at night. Get about 2 hours of sleep, wake up, cough myself into another dimension for about an hour, and then I can sleep for another couple hours. But that's been going on for a few weeks now, so. But for the most part, it was a good night. We're here. Made some hot water for coffee this morning. We got some breakfast started on the campfire. Today's breakfast is going to be bacon and eggs. But yeah, all in all, so far it's been a pretty damn good trip. Give you a nice look around camp in the bright morning sun. Cooper had his breakfast this morning already. Oh yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and finish making breakfast, eat, relax for a few minutes. Then we may put on our hiking boots and go for a little walk. We'll talk to y'all later. And there we have it, boys and girls. Breakfast. Beautiful plate of bacon and eggs. Yum yum, can't wait to dig in. Okay, so we had breakfast, relaxed for a little bit, and now we're going to go for a walk. I think we're going to go see if we can't make it to the hummingbird feeding area / sanctuary. So, let's see what we can do. I didn't want to bore you guys with a whole lot of quiet walking. So, here we are just outside the campgrounds. Figured I'd give you guys the view since it's absolutely gorgeous. And of course, Cooper's sitting there staring at me like, are we going to go or what? Alright, we'll see you guys in a little while. Now I'm not boring you with just quiet, silent walking. Okay, so we're here. We made it to the hummingbird feeding area sanctuary. There is another group of people that are here, so we're going to be very careful on where we show the camera. But it's just gorgeous and calming and relaxing here. All kinds of bird feeders and little bird houses and areas to sit. One of my friends told me that she had heard that somebody set fire to this place and it was no more, but obviously not. Yeah, we had to sit and take a break when we got here. That's one heck of a hike from our campsite. Kind of dreading the hike back, to be honest with you. And there's Cooper out exploring. Alright, we're just going to sit for a little bit. And then we're going to head back to camp. We went over by the stream and that was kind of cool. Couldn't record it because the other group that are here have kids. And I'm not going to post anything with other people's kids or faces or any of that. So that's why I haven't been doing a whole lot of recording here. Just because of that. But no matter how you look at it, it's absolutely gorgeous here. And thankfully, there aren't any places to put tents. Otherwise, I don't think this beautiful place would be a place. We'll take a small walk over by the creek on this side. give you a look at it at least. And there it is, Salmon Creek. Just absolutely stunning. So here's the other side of where we were sitting. We got more bird feeders and bird houses and in this tree we got some more. Little gourd bird feeder, or bird house, sorry. As it warms up, there'll be a lot more hummingbirds. What do you think, Cooper?
Yeah, they do buy. I got these for 35.
Huh?
It was,
What do you think, buddy?
Black Friday sale. Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah? Alright. Coop says it's time to head back to camp. So we'll give you a view of some of this walk. They're absolutely gorgeous surroundings. I truly cannot wait to get a camera that has stability control. But at least this is still better than being on a phone, right? I think it's like 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles back to camp. So we're not going to record all of it. But I can at least show you the beautiful scenery that I'm walking through. Granted, I'm on a dirt road instead of a walking path, but that's okay. Because usually, dirt roads are a little better maintained than walking trails. camping as some of them hummingbirds showed up on the video. I guess I'll know when I edit the video and put it all together, huh? Okay, we've rested and relaxed after a very long hike out to the hummingbird sanctuary. And I think now we're gonna take a hike over down a little trail thing that I saw when we were looking at campsites and see what's back there. So let's go. The campground's pretty much all cleared out except for that one site right across from me. But they've been gone pretty much all day. We spent most of the afternoon sitting in the hammock in the shade. So it was pretty warm on that walk back from Hummingbird Sanctuary. Still a little on the warm side, but Coop, come on. Now he's got to check out every single animal hole. Little does he know, most of what lives in them would have him for dinner. It's a nice, beautiful, gorgeous walk. Well, it looks like it's just a very uneven ATV trail. We'll go up here a little ways around the bend and see what's there. If there's nothing really interesting, we'll just turn around and go back to camp. like I said, we did have a very long, heavy hike earlier. Yeah, it's pretty much just all this is. So I think we'll just turn around and go back to camp. And for tonight's dinner, which is on the fire, we are going to be having a Montreal seasoned pork loin with loaded mashed potatoes and butter. Already got my nice hot cup of coffee on the other side. Somebody keeps staring at me like I want some. But we'll come back to you when it's all done and ready. Okay, that took a little bit longer than expected, but here it is. Yum, 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 yum. Time to dig in. Well, good morning, everyone. Our final morning out here. Last night went actually pretty decent. Nice, quiet. We had another family pull in, I want to say about 6 or 7 o'clock last night. They were a little loud to start with, but then they settled right down about 9, maybe 10. So, it was actually a pretty good night. Right now we're just sitting here by the fire. Got some coffee going. Gonna have some pancakes for breakfast. This first batch did not turn out very well. Put a little too much water in it. So Cooper's gonna get himself some thin pancakes. As you can tell, he already knows it. We're gonna eat breakfast, and then we're gonna relax for a little bit. Then we're gonna pack up and head on out. I guarantee you, once I get back into signal, my phone is gonna go absolutely crazy. Alright, we'll talk to y'all in a bit. Okay, let's take one more last look at our campsite now that we're all packed up. The object of it is to leave nothing behind but footprints. And there we go. All nice and clean as if I wasn't even here.